Hello and welcome to this Stoneblock quest video. This is basically a video to show you how to do the quests and just, help along the way in case you were missing anything. So the first thing you want to do is walk through that, and as you see, a load of things pop up, and it basically says in the corner, challenge 1 to get started, get some stones basically. So that's what we're going to do, let's get some stones. And as you'll see, is once you break it, it won't actually give you the thing, it'll only work when you grab it. So you got to make sure you pick them up before. That's how it activates the next quest. So quest 2 is make a crafting table using the stone. So I'll grab some stones and we'll be back. Okay, so once you have all your stones collected, you only need 16, but I've just gone ahead and collected them all anyway. So once you've done that, you want to make some cobblestone. As you can see, it goes in the pattern like so. Get yourself the cobblestone and then click on the crafting table and craft your crafting table. As you can see, that it is now challenge 3, which is making a stone pickaxe. So I'm going to place the crafting table down there, go into the crafting menu, and just like you're making sticks, you want to put 2 pieces of cobblestone next to each other like so. And then you'll make some stone rods. From there you can then click stone pickaxe and craft your stone pickaxe. And next up is the stone hammer. Now, I've already acquired enough stone that I can actually craft the stone hammer already. So to craft the stone hammer itself, it's literally as simple as clicking on it there and doing that, and you have your stone hammer. Now, to use the stone hammer, you need to basically do this. You right click on it like so, pick up the block, wrong thing, place the block back down, hammer it again, and we've now got dirt. And we should get more things. Challenge 5. So this is basically to get an oak sapling and stuff like that. So it's quite simple. I'll go get some more dirt to do this process, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so once you have enough dirt, you want to make sure you have your worms and they are on the ground and stuff like that. So I'm going to place my worms like so. And it's as simple as feeding the worms dirt, and luckily there's an oak sapling right there. Once you fed them the dirt and you get the oak sapling, that is then that one complete. So now we need oak logs, so the best thing to do now is plant the tree and basically bone meal it, essentially. Right in the middle tends to usually work really well for me, so that's what we're going to do. Let's get some bone meal. And there we have the tree, and as soon as we break this, the next step should work. There we go. So the next is to acquire some string. And that's quite simple, is we just use the crook that we got given in the worm crate to get some leaves. So bear with me 2 seconds and I'll get a bunch of leaves and we'll get to the next step. Okay, so once you've got a bunch of leaves using the crook, you are ready to feed the silkworm again, but this time instead of feeding them dirt, you feed them oak leaves. And now what this does, it will give you string and sometimes mushrooms, depending on how it's feeling, but usually it's string most times. Okay, so next one is the sieve, kind of. So let's make sure we get enough string first of all from these guys. So the next one is making the sieve. That's as simple as getting some wood, getting a few sticks, and then clicking on sieve. And that's as simple as that. You've got the sieve. Now to activate this one, if it's anything like a machine or a crafting table, you need to place it down to get the achievement or quest line to pop up. So as you see, I placed it down and I've got the place thing to pop up. Now we need to make the mesh, which is the next challenge. To do that is just get some string and place it in every slot in a crafting table. And there's the mesh, like so. And the next one is, okay, wait, so to carry that on, sorry, you need to place the mesh into the sieve. Okay, so the next challenge is challenge 10, which is to basically get some iron ingots and some iron basically from the sieve. For that we need gravel, and like I showed you before, you need the hammer and the cobblestone to get some gravel, and I'll go ahead and do that and I'll move on to the next step once I've got that. Okay, so once you have some gravel, you just want to simply sieve the gravel until you find some iron. So see how the iron popped out there? There we go. So now it's basically telling us to make gravel iron ore. So we need 4 broken iron to make 1. So we need to get quite a lot of these. Okay, so to make your gravel iron ore from here, it's quite simply place it like that and do that. that's it. That's as simple as that. There's your gravel iron ore. Your next one is to basically make a bucket. So get some iron ingots and then make a bucket. That's quite simple. You just get a furnace and melt it down. So here's the iron being smelted. So once you have smelted all your iron down and you've got all 3 ingots, we can go ahead and make ourselves a bucket, and hopefully a thing should pop up like so. So we can now make a crucible. Again, this is all in the books that we provide to you in the game. But the next one is basically making a crucible. For that, you need more wood. I've got a little bit of wood there, so I could actually make that right now. So let's make the crucible like so, and then place that down like so. And it's basically saying to use the crucible, you need to place leaves inside. And that's quite simple. Just place it in there, wait for it to fully go down, and then repeat the process. Once your final leaf block is in the crucible and it melts it all the way down to the water, you can right click with a bucket and get the bucket of water. And the next is essentially make a little farm and get some wheat, and then get some bread. Once you get the bread, it should process to the next one. Okay, so once you have your wheat, you can obviously just go ahead, make the bread, and that's the next challenge complete. And you get a couple of little friends to help you out as well along the way. So your next one is basically learning how to do the smelter's forge, and I believe this is quite a complicated little thing to work out at first, but it isn't that complicated that it isn't as simple to learn. So the first thing, as you saw in the little thing, is basically make your stencil table. Now to do that, we need to make some stencils. That's quite easy. That's basically stick some wood together, and then you make your blank patterns like so. There you go, there's some blank patterns. And we get a piece of wood, a blank pattern, and there's a stencil table. Once you've done that, you need to place it down and it'll tell you what to do next. There we go, that is the stencil table. The next is the part builder. Now again, look inside the books that it is give you. In these books, it will give you all the information you need on getting these done, all the different crafting recipes and so on and so on. And if you lose any of these books at any time, you can use the library book to take you to the library and get you some new books. So just like the stencil table, get an oak log, a blank pattern, and you will make the part builder. And again, it's as simple as just placing it down. I'm just going to literally place these in any random place. Next is the pattern chest. Again, really, really simple. We just want to make a chest like so. Oh, I made one too many. Make a chest, add a blank pattern to the chest, and you get the pattern chest. And then place that down like so. Oh, it's placed to the side that time. So there you go. Now you've got to basically make the smelter's forge, which is quite a cool little thing to make. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the materials to make that, and we'll catch up at that point. Okay, so once you've got all the necessary materials, so you need your blast furnace, your glass, and you need your stone brick, you simply click on the forge in the crafting recipes table thing, and you click the forge, and then that's it. So let's place the forge over here somewhere. Let's place it there. And you get obviously your book and everything, how to make a pickaxe, and how to actually use the forge itself. In the materials in your volume 2, it does say that you need to power this with a bucket of lava and stuff like that. Now, you might be a little bit confused on how to get lava. To get lava, we need to get an upgraded crucible. So to do that, if we get the crucible book, you will see that inside the crucible book, it does tell you that the wooden crucible and the brick crucible are very similar, but the better thing about the brick crucible is it's got the extra features that you can turn cobblestone into lava. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a brick crucible and show you obviously that process. Okay, so just as it's outlined in the crucible book, if you place sand into a full crucible, you will get clay. And once you get clay, you can obviously then break that down into clay balls and put it in the furnace, whatever. But then you can make the crucible like so. It's also in the crafting thing, so it's not that hard to find. And obviously you can then place it down and then use lava, use cobblestone just like you would the leaves to get lava, and that's how you get a bucket of lava. So once you've got the lava and you want to activate the forge, where this like black hole is, almost like the window, if you right click or right trigger or long press on it with the bucket of lava, it should in theory power everything for you. So let me get the other materials I need to make the pickaxe and I will carry on with this. Okay, so this next part's a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. So you want to put your iron into your forge by right clicking again, or whatever device you're on, into the middle bit there, and it will fill it up with iron. So then you want a pattern. So what you want to do is go to the stencil table, find your pickaxe head pattern, get that, and then if you right click into there again, one will just pop out, and now you've got the iron pickaxe head. And now it's simple as going to the normal crafting table, like so, making some sticks, like that. And then, we need one more element actually. We do need the binding. So let's get a few more sticks, like so. So let's go back into the stencil table, like so. Get some more stencils. Then we can get a binding pattern. Then go into the part builder and build yourself a wooden binding. And then we can just go into the crafting table and your iron pick should be there. And that is the iron pickaxe and the start of our next challenge. Okay, so the next stage is to make a watering can, which it won't pop up on here because it's an item, and obviously custom items aren't craftable yet in the menu. So what you want to do is get a bucket, some bone meal, and then surround that with some iron ingots, like so, and you will get the watering can. A thing will pop up and it will say let's start making a cobblestone generator. But before I do that, I just want to show you how this works. So when you have crops that need growing, if you have the watering can and you sneak with the watering can, as you can see, you are going to start to water your crops and it will all grow like that. And it's as simple as that. See? Okay, for the next part, to make the cobblestone generator, it's as simple as getting the materials that it requires. It does show you outlined in the crafting menu, and it does show you also in the book that it gives you as well. And you need obviously lava, water, and that's basically it. And your glass and stuff. And once you place that one down, a thing will pop up. There you go, saying that that's done. So now this over time will just produce cobblestone for you. Now it does take a while when it first gets started because, well, it just does. It does take a long time. It has its own built-in storage, so it will collect it for you, and it can also be placed above a hopper, and the hopper can be used to get the cobblestone for you as well. So the next one is the drill. So let's get on to getting the materials for the drill, and we'll carry on with that in a second. Okay, so the next part is to make the drill, right? So if you click on the drill in the menu, it will show you all the different parts you need. I have everything except for the circuit board. So what I'm going to do is just quickly show you how to make the circuit board, just to make it that little bit easier for you. So if you get some green dye, like so, and then we get a redstone dust in the middle, a bit of gold on either side, and then a bit of copper above and below, and you get yourself some circuit boards, and then from there you can make the drill. Now all these recipes are in the books. It's the drill is in recipes, advanced recipes 2, and the circuit is in advanced recipes 1. So place the drill down and we should hear a little thing pop up. There we go, we've done that one. So the next you have the conveyor belts. So it wants us to basically make the conveyor belts. Now they are one of the custom blocks that does actually appear in here. So if we type in conveyor, you will see they're all in here. So it wants you to craft a slow conveyor belt, which is the very first one. We have one of the things, which is a circuit board, which is why we give this one next, because you already have the circuit board. You need 2 black wool and some stone. Now, to get the wool, don't forget you can get string from the worms. Okay, so once you've got all the ingredients that you need for the slow conveyor belt, so you need the circuit board, the wool and the stone. Now, the wool, like I said, you can get string from the silkworms, and you can get black dye from sieving sand or just fishing. So let's go ahead and make the slow conveyor belt, and another one will pop up. There we go. So now we want to do some bonsai pots. Now that's a lot of... Oh, see how that's getting us lots of stuff already. So the next one is bonsai pots. That's a lot of materials. Let's just go through the materials we need just to make sure we have the correct stuff. Oh, this bonsai pot is always going to be in the crafting recipe thing. So all we need is 4 iron and a hopper. So let's go ahead and get those materials. Once you have the required elements to create the bonsai pot, you click on it, and then you've got it, and then you place it somewhere. I'm gonna place. Where can I put this? Yeah, I'm just gonna place it there. Why not? So this is quite a good little thing. Now, save you guys reading the books again. The way this works is you can place dirt or grass into the pot, like so. If you want to retrieve it, just shift and press, click on it. So shift and click on it, we'll get it to pop out. So there you go. Also, by the way, to break any of these machines, by the way, you just shift and click and it will break any of these machines, as long as the machine in question is empty. So like this wouldn't actually work unless it was empty. So once you got your dirt or your grass in, you place any sapling of your choice in there, and it will make the bonsai pot work, and you will start to see your tree growing. And now what this does is gives you elements from that tree, so you will either get a stick or a log or a plank, or in the case of an oak tree you'll get apples too. Oh, and leaves. So as you see, that's generated a leaf. There you go. And it has its own inventory and stuff like that. So our next one is the stone golem. So the stone golem again is quite a simple one. It's also in the recipe thing here. Let's type in stone golem, like so. So you need smooth stone, chisel stone bricks, and a hay bale. Okay, so once you have all the materials you need to craft the stone golem, you grab him like so, and then you place him like so. Now, you'll notice at first he will be deactivated. Now, to activate him, you get a book that tells you all about him. But again, I'm just going to give you a quick skip ahead right now. To use the stone golem, you need to activate him first with a redstone block. Once you do that, he will get a heart above his head and be activated. Now, he will automatically till dirt for you, because that's what he does. That's his job. He's a farmer. But, however, if you want him to harvest your crops and stuff like this, all you need to do is chuck him one of whatever you want him to do, or one or two of whatever you want him to do, like so. So if I get chucking quite a few seeds right now, he's going to automatically go there and do all that for us. Now, he's got himself stuck in the water a little bit there, but he will go ahead and harvest these crops for us, and he will maintain all of our crops for us. Now, if you place a hopper in the ground or on the floor or anywhere, he will automatically run to that hopper and deposit all of the crops that he has into the said hopper. And there you go. That's the stone golem. The next one after the stone golem, that was the wooden spikes. That should be quite an easier one. So the wooden spikes is essentially what it says on the tin. Spikes made out of wood. So let's go into this and make ourselves some wooden spikes. It should probably already pop up. There you go. Wooden spikes. There you go. If you place it on the ground and a mob walks over it, it will hurt said mob. And it works just as a normal spike would, I guess. If you want to pick that up, you crouch, right click, and you pick up the wooden spike. Okay. So the next one we have was the mining cake. Now, the mining cake is similar to all the other cakes. It gives you all these different things. Like the mining cake is the first one we'll get you to make, which is 3 buckets of milk, some sugar, stone pickaxe, and some wheat. Now, we can do that quite easily, so let's get the materials and make it. Okay, so once you have all the ingredients for your cake, so you've got all that stuff, you grab your mining cake and you place it on the ground wherever you fancy. I'm just going to chuck it over here just for space sake. You get a book with the cake as well, and it just basically outlines wherever it's gone. It basically outlines all the stuff for that. And now what all it basically is, if you eat the cake and you you'll go to the mining zone, and that is what your next challenge will be. So just eat part of the cake by right clicking or right trigger, whatever, and there you go. You will get teleported to this area. This is the mining zone. It's basically just a really, really big cave with lots and lots of ores. Now it's really dark in here right now because I can't obviously see, but there's lots of ores and stuff around. The next challenge was to find some amethyst. Now if you look around, you will be sure to find some amethyst. So I'll go find some and we'll carry us on in a second. Okay, to make this bit a little bit easier, I've given myself a mining helmet, which will illuminate everything for us and let us see in this place. So as you can see, amethyst is like most ores, it's just like a purpley colour, and if you mine this out with any pickaxe, doesn't matter which one, you will get amethyst pop out. Like so, when you pick it up, you will get a thing pop up saying, that's great, it's shiny, whatever, and you can go on to the next task, which is the token transfusion table. One quick note whilst we're still in the mining zone, every zone also has a return, like I'd say portal, I guess you'd call it. It's all got black concrete powder looking stuff, and it says return. It's always directly behind where you spawn in. So if you walk through that, you will always get taken back home to a nice little cave. Okay, so for the next challenge, we need to make the token transfusion table. Now, as you can see, it's quite a lot of hard ingredients to get. So you've got to get some obsidian, some crying obsidian, some amethyst, some weighted pressure plate, and a soul campfire. Now, this mainly revolves around you going to the nether and getting these materials. Like, obviously, there's lots of different ways you can get the obsidian and the crying obsidian, but you have to go to the nether to get the soul campfire and the crying obsidian. This kind of forces the players to adventure out and go to, other places. So once you've got all these things, you can get your token transfusion table. You will see your thing ping up saying that you have got a new thing. So the next one is literally defeat the Ender Dragon, get the dragon egg, and trade with it. So what do I mean by trading? So you can place things into the token transfusion table, like so. Like obviously it'll still work as the stone cutter originally intended, but you can also now trade tokens with this. So you can get, say, some handmade tokens. Now I will show you dead quickly. If you get handmade tokens, say from cobblestone, you can then trade it for, say, like you see, a new worm, some some copper, some sand, some berries, and some potatoes. Literally anything. These trades will go up and up and up and up, and eventually you can trade loads and loads of different things. That's like essentially what this is for. Okay, so now we need to get to the end, and I'll show you how to get to the end in 2 seconds. Okay, so to get to the end, you either need to use ender pearls, which isn't very effective on this map, but it basically tells you that you can find the end location from the wandering miner. So the wandering miner is basically the wandering trader. Now you can wait for the wandering trader to spawn at any point. However, you can force him to spawn by creating him with an emerald, a diamond, and a diamond pickaxe, and a mining helmet, like so. Now, if this is a bit too hard, what you can do is go to the library and find it in the library, like so. So let me just crouch, go to the library, and I think I've hidden him. So it's basically like a little Easter egg. I've hidden him up here, so if you can get into that dispenser like that, there is one there as well. So that's like a little hidden Easter egg for people. So anyway, once you have your wandering miner, and he's either in front of you or you place him or anything like that, you can right click him and he has a bunch of books, and one of them is a portal location, like so. It is now the player's choice to go to the portal. So the end is here, blah 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 blah, and as you see on page 2, there is coordinates to get to the portal. There you go. And obviously once you're there, you defeat the Ender Dragon and so on and so forth. And once you do that, you need to get the Dragon Egg. So I'll come back in a second when I have the Dragon Egg. Okay, so once you get the Dragon Egg, you'll see a little thing pop up saying, whoa, that's epic and all that sort of stuff. So once you've been to the end and you've killed the Ender Dragon and you've got the egg, you can pop it into the token transfusion table. You can get the dragon token, and from there you can pop the dragon token back in and get the Stoneblock trophy. Once you do that, you can place it, pride of place, anywhere in your cave. Mine, I'm just going to chuck him up there. And there you go. Congratulations. You've completed all the challenges. But don't stop playing just yet. There are more, so much more to do in Stoneblock. And there you have all the challenges in Stoneblock. I really hope this helped. And thank you for watching.